Hello all, thank you for coming today. I'd like to recognize Governor Raimondo and other dignitaries. Thank you all for being here today. A fitting site to discuss the future of green energy for the state of Rhode Island. East Providence is so very proud to be the cutting edge of the progressive project. Developing our waterfront, which is the largest development project in the state of Rhode Island, recently passing a comprehensive zoning changes and encouraging business to locate here in the city of East Providence. Today, we are honored to take part in the event promoting renewable energy right here at Forbes Street Field, home of the largest solar field in Rhode Island. Our city is proud to provide the fantastic background to Governor Raimondo to showcase the feasibility and the success of our solar energy, and to stand alongside our reps and senators, as well as William Conley, a long proponent of the clean energy. And thank you again for coming to our great city. We look forward to many years of increasing green energy and projects for the state of Rhode Island. Thank you.
Mayor? Good morning. Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate that. Perfect day for a solar event. You guys like this snow, this sun?
No snow.
No snow, sun. Anyway, good morning. It's great to be here. It's an exciting day. Thank you to the mayor. Thank you to Senator Conley and Representative Handy, Marion Gold, who's here, Janet Coit, who does a terrific job running DEM. You know, there's a lot of reasons to smile this morning, which is that this economy in Rhode Island, the clean energy economy, is supporting nearly 14,000 jobs, which is, here's the big news, which is a 40% increase in the last year alone. That is amazing. Hats off to all of you, as I look around, all the stakeholders, I see Representative Bergenberg here, all of the stakeholders who have made this possible. You should feel so proud of yourselves. 14,000 jobs is a lot of families, and a 40% increase over last year. You know, I think our estimates were be about a 17% increase. So this economy, the job growth in the clean economy is really outpacing what we expected, creating thousands of jobs, good paying jobs at every level. You know, these are all kinds of jobs. These are lawyers, electricians, technicians, renewable energy specialists, good, high-skill, high-paying jobs. And what we need to do is continue to invest. You know, we need to keep going. I would say the other thing to note is most of these jobs have been created by small businesses. You know, as I've always said, as we know, the backbone of Rhode Island's economy are small businesses, and that is who is producing most of these jobs. And many of the jobs are being created because these small businesses are collaborating with Rhode Island's universities, URI, Rhode Island College, Brown, etc., Naval, Newport Naval Station. This is exactly where we need to go. As I've said so many times, we need to create a new economy in Rhode Island underpinned with advanced industries, high-wage, high-skill industries, collaborations between industry and universities. That's what today's about. Today says it's working. 4,000 new jobs, 4,000 new families have jobs. It's a wonderful thing. You know, for my part, clearly there's more to be done, and we are going to continue to do that work. I have a proposal before the General Assembly right now to extend the Renewable Energy Fund, to extend also expanding virtual net metering. It's good for business, it's good for the climate, it's good for the environment. I look forward to working with the legislature to get that done. And then finally, well, we just also need to work on skills. You know, the good news, this behind me takes a lot of highly skilled people to make it happen. And so we're working as hard as we can on the Real Jobs Rhode Island program. We're working hard with URI, with our collaboration grants, to make sure that people have the skills they need to meet the demands of clean energy economy. Because if we do that, I think we can have another banner year. I think next year we can come back here again and say, you know, another 30-40% growth in this industry, which is another 3,000 or 4,000 jobs, which is just amazing. So congratulations to all of you who've worked so hard. Know that you have my support, and we're going to keep doing our part to make it happen. Thank you. And I think, okay, so now I have the great pleasure of introducing Representative Art Handy, who has been a longtime champion for renewables and the clean economy of Rhode Island, and we work incredibly well in partnership with the Assembly. Please join me, Representative.
Thank you very much, Governor, and thank you, Governor, for that agenda that you set out in that budget. I think that's an important agenda, important clean jobs agenda, and it's the sort of thing I think we're going to hope to keep on seeing in order to keep this stuff happening. And again, as the Governor said, really, we saw great results in the report from last year, and it's so exciting to see that we aren't letting that sort of lay there. We're going to keep it going. We're going to compound. We're going to compound that interest, that success that we had last year. The year before last, really, essentially, because this report obviously is looking last year. And I think there's a lot of great policy ideas, a lot of what the governor has in her proposal. Also, people like Rep. Regenberg, who's here, and Rep. Amori, who are here, also advocating with me and others to continue to push more and more of these sorts of clean energy type things, whether it's energy efficiency, renewable energy, and the things that help to broaden that sector. But again, as the governor also said, we have to keep going, and that's what I know we need to do. Senator Connolly, who's coming up after me, and I passed the Resilient Rhode Island Act, or Rhode Island Resilience Act, a couple of years ago, and I think we need to continue to build on that because that is important in this equation. It's part of dealing with our carbon footprint, but it's also part of making Rhode Island ready for the 21st century and make it a 21st century jobs type of location. And that's really what I think we're all talking about today, and that's what all of us know we want to keep on pushing towards. So getting the types of jobs that are working towards things like clean energy, getting the types of jobs that are looking at what we're going to need going down the road to make sure our state is able to withstand the severe weather, or also be able to be the ones in the front of the line, developing those technologies for that as well. So again, I want to thank the governor for her push on this, and with that I want to welcome again, a great colleague of mine from the other side of the building, Senator Bill Connolly.
Good morning, everyone. It really is a pleasure to be here this morning on behalf of Senate President Teresa Parver-Weed and the entire Rhode Island Senate. Much of our energies this session has been focused on growing green jobs here in Rhode Island. If I may, though, I'd like to essentially make a few personal remarks because it's really a special privilege for me to be in this location this morning. I remember growing up all those Saturday morning trips to the dump with my dad, and then, believe it or not, sneaking back on later on, right over there from Grassy Plain Road to scour for arrowheads. And so I really have a feeling this morning with this bright sun out here and these solar panels that my dad is looking down and really proud of the city of East Providence and the state of Rhode Island for what they've accomplished here. Just take a look at that. Isn't that incredibly cool? You know? The success of industries highlighted in the Clean Energy Industries Report really shows how important green industries are to the Rhode Island economy and the future of the development of our economy. The Senate has passed several bills this year already. There are more in committee. For instance, we've extended the state's very successful renewable energy growth program, supporting clean energy investments, creates local jobs, and that includes more than 180 residential solar projects throughout the state of Rhode Island. And that's going to mean 400 megawatts of new renewable energy in the state of Rhode Island in the coming 10 years. So that's fabulous. We've extended and expanded the renewable energy standard. Under that bill, Rhode Islanders will be on track to receive 40% of their electricity from renewable sources by the year 2035. You know, just think about that. That's incredible. That's an incredible achievement and a great benchmark for us. We've extended the Renewable Energy Fund for an additional 10 years. And what's really neat about that is we have some recent history that's very impressive. In the last 2 years, the Renewable Energy Fund has awarded about $9 million in grants. and this is the greatest part of that, it's leveraged $22 million in private investment. Now that's terrific for our state, and really goes to show the amount of jobs that we can create through renewable energy. It wasn't that long ago when the common view was that legislation that's good for the environment somehow wasn't good for our economy. Well, thank goodness we've come a long way, because what we now understand and what we can accomplish is that we can do both. Legislation that's good for the environment is good for our economy, and you're standing in front of it to really see the practical effects on it. And so thank you very much, and we look forward to continue that work with you, Governor, and appreciate all the help and assistance that you've given us, and hope we can give you some more. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. I think I might be the closer today, and I am just really thrilled and delighted. I was here first, I think, about 3 years ago when the landfill was just being capped, and there was dust blowing everywhere, and it's really nice to come back, and I have to say it's really nice to feel the warm sun on my back warming me up, as well as generating clean energy for us all. I want to thank all of the partners in the state that made this possible, including Governor Raimondo and your leadership, Janet Coit, the members of the General Assembly who are here today, the Executive Office of Commerce, I see Bill Ash out there, BW Research, Phil Jordan over there did the report, did it in record time, building on some really good work that he's done doing similar reports for other states, but I think Rhode Island is out in front with the 40% job growth, so thank you, Phil, for your good work. Also, Shauna Beelan from my office, who has made a commitment to document the progress we're making in the clean energy industry, because we are seeing increased investments, and it's really great to have, and Sue Anderbois, who started it when she was at the Office of Energy Resources. So lots of people have made this possible today. This is a really, really exciting time to be involved in clean and renewable energy industries. I was at a conference, a meeting of leadership on offshore wind yesterday, and I was incredibly proud when I saw that Massachusetts and New York are struggling to get to the point where we are already in Rhode Island with the nation's first offshore wind farms deal in the water. It's like, okay, Massachusetts, okay, New York, just do it. We can't do it alone. We've charted the way, but we need your help, and it makes me proud of the great leadership that we have in the state. It really does make a difference. It's also a really exciting time because we are constantly facing new and exciting challenges. I'm going to leave here today and go with some of my team and some of you here today up to Boston to listen to the Department of Energy talk about the really exciting work that they are doing nationally and also globally on where are we going with the energy industry? How can we integrate more clean energy while maintaining the amazing largest machine in the world that is the electric grid? And this is the challenge of our time. How do we develop more clean energy, reduce our carbon while making it affordable for our businesses that are obviously so important for our economy as well? So really exciting. Rhode Island's rapid growth in this sector is especially remarkable because this is so new, so it's great to be out in front, just like we were in the days of the Industrial Revolution. We're back out in front. The clean energy economy, as the governor mentioned, is comprised largely of small businesses, and that again is a really exciting opportunity to take our traditional small business space and help them evolve into new opportunities, whether it's heat pumps or solar thermal or solar PV. It's a way of transitioning into the new economy. I am really proud to be part of this team. We're making a difference not just in our local communities, but also on a larger scale. How we go about implementing the new technology, incorporating PV systems into our electrical grid, and innovating in the realm of renewable energy is going to have implications globally. And I was talking with you, Charles, about the Wall Street Journal, and there's always conversations about what other countries are doing, and China comes to mind. You know, they are really struggling. Their economy had been booming, but now they're struggling with the air pollution and now the water pollution caused by the growth. So it should make us really appreciate the progress that we've made in this sector, learning how to have a reliable energy, affordable energy, but also while reducing our carbon emissions and other sources of pollution. I also just want to acknowledge Director Mike DeVies, who is leading Rhode Island's work to lead by example and reduce energy use and begin to use clean energy to power our state facilities. So really important. And I really think sometimes I joke with the state and National Grid working together to push all